I'm Chris Beardshaw, and this year at Chelsea Flower Show I'm doing a garden which is called Furzy Gardens, and the principle is that it reflects a real garden, Furzy, in the heart of the New Forest in Hampshire. It's a garden laid out in the 1920s which in recent years have been restored, and it's that we're trying to encapsulate within this site. Tens of acres condensed down into a few metres square. This white line represents the edge of the gravel path that winds up through the site, gaining in height. And I'm in fact standing on a bridging point. This is an area which is going to be filled full of primulas, lysacanthes, hostas and gunneras. It represents the spring line back at Furzy, really lush and verdant planting. But progress a little bit further up the slope and suddenly you're into a more acid bank. This is going to be filled with rhododendrons, hopefully in flower if the weather continues to be kind to us, and azaleas, with one or two specimens of pines and birch. By the time you get this far up the bank, you're into edge of woodland. This is exotic woodland, so think terracarias, acers, liriodendrons, and large multi-stem rhododendrons. And a little bit further on, and you're into an area where there's going to be what we're describing as a lantern building. It's a purpose-built thatched structure made out of spiny oak. Those are the sections of the oak tree when it starts to retract as a result of water tables dropping or perhaps infirm health. The tree dies back and leaves stag's horns up in the sky. It's those that have been cut and made into a complete enclosure. And the master thatcher has created the most elaborate thatched structure. It's a two-storey building. The idea is you'll be able to ascend a wonderful staircase up onto the platform and then take in the views of the Furzy garden. And all of this is enveloped by a curtain of foliage, much more dense woodland behind in native species. And in fact, it's those that are literally being unloaded now. This garden is all about planting. In fact, of the 150 square metres, there's only a few that are anything other than planting. And the big challenge for us this year is getting the plants in flower. With things like primulas, azaleas, rhododendrons, and the way the spring has gone, well, if they're in full flower for the show, fingers crossed, the garden will look spectacular. I just need the weather to break.